Hi Chris, here's the heaters with all 3 covers on them. We'll start over here. This is the Schober cover that you repaired. You can see down here how you got the slit. It's kind of open though. Nothing's going to stop that. I'm going to put some Velcro in there and then I can reuse this cover. Down here on the bottom, you can see how it raises up at this angle because this is catching it up here. But on the future ones, you just need to have about 5 inches here so that you can cover that. You can see that on the green one, how it also, where you have the slit, you had a sew point here. You should have left the slit right to there. That would have actually worked. But because of this, it rises up like this on the green one. So you can fix this because you're going to get this back. Maybe you can bring it up to here. And the cover comes right to the edge, which is perfect. But I guess technically the slit should maybe be over this way a little more where the handle is. But as you raise it, it might be okay because then it might just come around. So it might be fine, but you can see how it's rising up on the stove going this way because it doesn't quite fit. So open this a little bit for him and you can send that to him. On the back of this green cover, you can see how you've got the water pipes right here and the slit, which is fine, but the water pipes are actually right here. You can see the outline of the cover. So you got it in the right spot this way. You just need to move it. So maybe you can sew the back off and sew it over here on this side so that you don't waste anything. You could do a sew seam down the side, something like that. And you see how these are kind of bulky on the side cover. That's why we want to put, like on this, instead of having a magnet in the center, you got all of this here, like that, kind of a lot. So if you had a magnet kind of centered there, and then one back here instead of in the middle, you know, one there, one up there, maybe put the magnet in, I don't know, maybe 6 inches in from the back or 5 inches on both sides. That would be a lot better. And on the back of the 200 cover here for Schober, you can see the water pipes coming out. You have the sewn-on boxes in this situation. You've got the holes in about the right spot. Those line up pretty good. You can make them a little bit smaller than this. They don't have to be quite this big. And without making a sewn-on extension, you're just going to bring the cover. It's going to have enough slack to go over this and then go right down to the bottom. You might want to put 2 magnets on the back also, you know, one here and one over there instead of just a middle one, because then you get rid of a little bit of this. You just kind of make it a little bit nicer there. I think that's it. That should work fine for his cover. As far as the cover goes here, you can see with the yardstick that your cover started at 5 inches. It needs to start at 7, and as it goes across, it can end right here at 17. The actual chimney is right there, so it can end at 17. So that's where that 7 to 17 measurement comes from that I was telling you about. And that's in both directions on the regular stoves. On the big stove, you've got the width right. You have to bring it into about 12, which is what you have. And on this side it goes over, it should also be 12. Yeah, 11 and a half. So you have it proper this way. Left to right, you got it okay. You just need to bring it this way a little bit. This difference here is about 1 inch. So you need to bring it over 2 inches. On this cover, this is the cover you're going to use that we're going to go with on the 120s. But you're not going to have a hole here. You're just going to have a squared sewn-on patch. You're not going to have a slit in the back like this. We're just going to make it solid. And on this one, this is what I was telling you about, how you got the hole cut, but you can see how it doesn't nearly fit. This is down 1 inch. It needs to come clear down to here, which that distance there is about 5 inches. So if you go 5 inches total to the top of this hole, that'll be fine. And over to the side, you need to have this line right here where the side of the hole is, needs to go over an additional, I would call it 2 inches this way. And that would bring this over 2 inches, and then that should be centered. And that would work. And then on this one, you've got it pretty much right, but actually I guess you need to make it down a little bit. So you need to drop this down an additional, at least a full inch, maybe 1.5 inches. This is Right now it's 1.5 inches high. So you could drop this down about 1.5 inches actually. And then otherwise it's in excuse me. Otherwise it's in about excuse me. Otherwise it's in about the right spot. You just need to drop it down 2 inches. And then you've got this handle won't be here, it'll move in. So you'll have the cover, you'll make your slit down here for this, and you can see that that handle is at 5.5. So you need to make your slit 5.5 inches tall down here, so that way the bottom goes up snug, and this goes around it, and it comes together. And then this would, that might make this a little weird and crooked, but I guess not if this is cut in and the slit can form around it, because it will have a, I don't know exactly how this is going to work with this like this, because if you do a slit like that, then this can't, look how this doesn't line up. So this needs to drop down and go all the way down, but then you need a, I think you have to cut another piece. You end up with a triangle piece here actually, because otherwise that's, see, this kind of needs to be like this, and then over here you'll have your slit, so you'll have another piece here actually that comes down, and that will have Velcro to go around from here to the piece here, and that will match up there. Hopefully you understand that. If not, I can try to take you more measurements. I don't know. You can try that and send it back to me, another cover. We'll see what it looks like then. Let me know what you think about that. I think that covers everything.